So ever since the Toby drama, and even recently with the Hopeless Peaches situation, I've seen a lot more critique videos being made about Creepshow Art, and I'm all for it. Creepshow Art definitely has things to improve in, and I'm glad I'm seeing a lot of people come together in agreement on what she should improve in. So I want to talk about those few things that Creepshow Art should improve in or try to improve in that isn't really talked about enough in other videos. Well, isn't that outdated? So if you haven't seen my Creepshow Art video, basically I was criticizing her on some repetitive actions I've been seeing that I felt like she could improve on the time. However, I uploaded that video very, very shortly before the Creepshow Art allegations came out, and I've been trying to make this video for months just to clarify some things I said in that video that no longer apply. As usual though, I do still encourage you not to go harass anyone mentioned in this video, even Creepshow Art, even though she doesn't really use social media anymore. She's kind of left the platform ever since she was called out, but still, don't go send harassment to anyone. So I'm sure people have already talked your ear off about the Creepshow Art allegations, stuff that's been put against her, but just for some context for this video, I want to give a brief summary on what happened and what these allegations were. So the first allegations to come out against her were the lolcow allegations. Lolcow is an anonymous gossiping website where you can basically talk smack about anyone you want, and you can keep your anonymity while doing so. Well, you can keep your anonymity until you break the rules of the website, in which the creators can reveal who you are. That's exactly what happened to Creepshow Art. She was shown to be using the website for over 3 years, talking smack about creators, using slurs, even doxing her own sister when she was in an institute, which, as you can tell, is breaking the terms of service. Creepshow Art tried to fight these allegations, saying her stalker, Amy, she's been mentioning for the past couple of years, was using her IP spoofing as she called it, to use this website under her name. But if you did even a little bit of research on web browser cookies, IP snapping, and stuff like that, you could understand that, yeah, it was Shannon. She was using a very bad excuse, using something that she didn't understand. The second bit of allegations was from a fellow creator on YouTube known as Emily Artful, who accused her of stalking and harassing her online for nearly a decade. This harassment varied from getting her fired from real-life jobs to burner accounts commenting on her videos and DMing her in private, calling her a bad mother, and a bunch of other things. Emily Artful eventually posted on YouTube 2 videos, which add up to around about 3 hours worth of evidence in talking about her experience with these allegations, though they still have to be called allegations for legal reasons. This, along with the lolcow allegations and Creepshow Art being thrown under the bus, got a bunch of creators like Hopeless Peaches to come out and talk about their personal experiences publicly about Shannon. With all of these videos coming about talking about Shannon, people were starting to doubt a lot of things about her, like her Amy stalker story, because the Amy stalker that Shannon had seemed a lot like the Emily Artful stalker, just with a few twists here and there to make it seem like, a Shannon stalker. However, these are all just allegations, but we can't really confirm anything. If you want to watch more videos that go more in depth with the allegations, I'll link a couple down in the description. Hey, it's editing me here. For the next couple of minutes, my mic quality gets very bad, and you can hear every I make into the mic. That's because I get very heated, and I just keep going, keep talking without checking my audio. So, yeah, I'm sorry for that. Just want to let you know ahead of time because it's gonna get bad for a little while. So yeah, so you can hear every I put into the mic for a little while, but with all that being said, back to your regularly scheduled programming. In my previous video, I indicated, if not stated, that I still respected Creepshow Art as a creator and I still somewhat liked her content. But as you can assume, that's not the case anymore. These are very serious allegations with heavy amounts of evidence to back them up. With all this being weighed against her, I've basically lost all respect that I had for her, and especially the way that she handled the situation. She kept building up excuse after excuse, trying to dismiss every accusation against her, but then when things obviously weren't leaning her way in the public's eye, she just got up and left. Like, you'd think with all these allegations against her that if she wasn't guilty, she would at least try to defend herself publicly instead of making one community post, seeing that it wasn't going her way, deleting most of her social media, and then just leaving. Those are definitely not the actions of a not guilty conscience. I'm not saying the allegations against her are 100% true, What I'm saying is that with the way she's acting, the very poor way that she's treating the situation, the way she just left and pretend that nothing ever happened after a one community post, she's making it seem like they are true, which is not looking good in the public eye. Stepping aside the allegations, the lolcat forums were basically proven to be her. It's her IP, her cookies. So for the past 3 years, she's been talking smack about her friends and people she's talked about in her videos. She's doxed her own sister, used slurs. These things are deplorable. And honestly, I cannot respect someone for that. And what makes it even worse is that when confronted with these allegations, she just made excuse after excuse as many as she could pump out into one community post. And when that didn't go her way, she bounced. Like, if you were not guilty, wouldn't you want to show proof that it wasn't you instead of saying it was this person saying complete bullcrap that is completely untrue on a topic that's clear you know nothing about, and then say you're going to pursue legal action? Because that's all she did. She made a single community post saying it was her stalker, Amy, said a bunch of misinformation on a topic she didn't know nothing about, which was web browser cookies and IP grabbing. And then she says she's going to pursue legal action on Amy. With the story she's told about Amy, wouldn't you think she would have pursued legal action sooner if she knew she was capable of this? And then she saw that nobody was believing her story and never added anything to it. She never really tried to support her side. She never gave actual evidence to show that it wasn't her or that the allegations against her were fake. She just said it wasn't her. And when nobody believed her, she left the internet. She left all her social media. She deleted a lot of them. I don't know about you guys, but that doesn't sound like the mind of a clean conscience. Now, I want to back off of this a little bit before I get too angry and talk about some other things that I said in my video. Once again, the criticisms that I said in that video are still completely valid. Still things that she could improve on if she ever chooses to come back to the internet. Though that's unlikely at this point. However, at one point, toward the end of the video, I said that I believe she could come back from these mistakes if she could just learn to improve. Obviously, I no longer believe that. I don't believe she should come back. Or if she does come back, she should apologize and then leave again. Especially with all the allegations stacked against her and the evidence, it's more likely that these allegations are true and she cannot come back from these if they are true. There was no way she could come back from these. So that's basically all I wanted to clear up from my previous video. I noticed that it gained a little bit of traction, so I just wanted to clear that up so nobody gets the wrong idea. Well, all that being said, thank you for watching. Hopefully I don't have to make another video on Creepshow Art because I don't think she deserves my time.